Hi friends, it's Scott. I'm recording another Corner Kids conversation, and we are just a few weeks from Christmas. Actually, less than 2 weeks from Christmas today. It's crazy that Christmas is coming so quickly, but isn't it also crazy how slow it comes? Today, I want to share with you one of my favorite stories in the Bible about some people from far away who had to wait a long time to get where they wanted. Actually, part of the Christmas story, get to where Jesus was and to meet him. And so I want you to think about it in a conversation with your brothers or your sisters or with your parents, or just to think about the question is, what is really hard for you to wait for? What seems to come so slow? One of those things is obviously Christmas. You know that moment when Thanksgiving comes and it's forever until we finally get to Christmas. There's other things that are really slow in coming too. Things like a birthday. I don't know about you, but my birthday's in the middle of summer, and it just seems like it takes forever for my birthday to come because I'm so excited about it. There are other things like maybe it's the end of the week. Maybe it's Friday. Maybe it is the end of the school year. Maybe it's the 4th of July. Maybe it is until your grandparents come and visit, or when you get to see your mom or your dad. What are some things for you that are really hard to wait for? I'm going to give you a minute to think about it, to talk about it with your family, to talk about it with your brother or your sister, or to talk about it with your parents. What are as many things as you can think of that are really hard for you to wait for? I'm going to give you a minute. You can pause the video if you want, but talk about this. What is really hard for you to wait for? What seems to take forever to come? Pause the video now, and we'll start up in just a second. Did you come up with something? Did you say some things? Things that are hard to wait for? What else did you say? I'm so curious. I would love to find out. Well, in Matthew chapter 2, there were a group of people from far away that saw a star. And it's crazy. They said, when we see the star, it means that something important is happening far away. These wise men, they packed up their things. They said goodbye to their families. They said goodbye to their friends. They left their homes and they traveled far to find out where the star was pointing them. They traveled for days and days and days. Finally, they got close to Bethlehem. And in this story, you can read it. It's fascinating. It's crazy. These people, they went to the king and they said, King Herod, hey, we've seen the star in the east. Where is this king of the Jews to be born? They found out that it was in Bethlehem. And when they got to Bethlehem, the star was over where Jesus, the baby Jesus, lived. And they went and they visited and they were overjoyed because they found the King of the Jews. They found the Messiah. They found Jesus. And can you imagine that moment when they finally got there? After saying goodbye to their families, saying goodbye to their kids, after saying goodbye to their daily routine, after leaving their home and traveling and spending days with a suitcase. Finally, they got to where they were aiming, where they were heading. They got to where Jesus was. And in that moment, all of a sudden, how quickly they forgot how long they waited. And today, as we think about the Christmas story, and in just a second, I'm going to show you this story in an animated form. But as you think about this, think about how quickly that wait disappears. As we wait for Christmas to come, as we work and we wait to have deeper and closer relationship to Jesus, as it happens, we forget about the wait. And so enjoy this story. I can't wait to say Merry Christmas. It's coming so soon, even though it seems like it's so long away. But let's talk about this. Let's think about this, what it's so hard to wait for, and how does that impact how we see Jesus in the Christmas story.
The story of Christmas. Jesus and the wise men. This is Jesus.
Booyah!
Jesus is the Son of God who would grow up to do amazing things. His parents on earth were Mary and Joseph.
Heyo.
Jesus was born in a barn because there was no room for him anywhere else in Bethlehem. Bethlehem was part of Judea, an area that was ruled by a king named Herod. King Herod was in Jerusalem when some wise men from eastern lands arrived in Jerusalem asking,
Excuse me.
"Where is the newborn King of the Jews? We saw his star as it rose, and we have come to worship him." When Herod heard that there was another king born in Judea, he was very upset, as was everyone else in Jerusalem.
Yeah. Not you.
So Herod called all the important priests and Jews together and asked them where this king was supposed to be born. The Jews knew that their king would eventually come, and it was always told to them that the King of the Jews, the Savior of the world, would be born in Bethlehem. So they told that to King Herod. Then King Herod thought of a way to trick the wise men. So he called a private meeting with them and learned from them when the King of the Jews' star first appeared.
Oh, good.
And then King Herod told the wise men, "Go to Bethlehem and search carefully for the child, and when you find him, come back and tell me, so that I can go and worship him too."
Okay. Hey, on your way.
But secretly, Herod wanted to know where the King of the Jews was so he could get rid of him. So the wise men went on their way, and the star they had seen in the east guided them to Bethlehem. It went ahead of them and stopped over the place where Jesus was, and the wise men were filled with joy.
Woohoo!
They went into the house and saw Mary and Jesus,
Hello. Oh, look. Wow.
and they bowed down and worshiped Jesus.
Wait.
They gave him special gifts fit for the king that he was: gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Then God warned them in a dream to not go home through Jerusalem, where King Herod was, but God told them to go home a different way. So they did. And then an angel appeared to Joseph in a dream and said, "Get up." The angel told Joseph to go to Egypt with Mary and Jesus because Herod was looking to kill Jesus. That very night, Joseph left for Egypt with Jesus and Mary. They stayed in Egypt until Herod was gone, and it was safe for them to go home to Israel. When they returned, an angel warned them about the new ruler of Judea, who was Herod's son.
This way.
So Joseph and his family went to the region of Galilee and found their new home in the town of Nazareth,
Look good?
Yep.
We'll take it.
where Jesus would grow up and eventually do all the amazing things God had planned for him to do.